So, tonight's meeting is at the Chromagia, a bar that some of you may have heard of, some of you may have not. And we're going to start from left to right today. So, Rapture, is there anything you'd like to do before heading out? Bartending, have you heard of it? We will come back to you. I'm going to handle them sequentially.
Yep. Just
Okay.
throwing it out there.
But yes, you've heard of
So Rapture is, I guess she's going to do a matrix search to see where this bar is, like what district, I guess, and anything else she can get on it.
it. All right, give me the threshold of that. Right now it is
Threshold
you got
1.
that message that you were in at about noon, and the meeting is at 9.
It's a threshold 1.
Okay. So, you have found that it is a bar that does rock operas.
Where is it? Like what district?
I'm pulling that up right now because I forgot where I put it. Ah, yes, it is in Newport in Bellevue.
Okay. So I guess Rapture is going to go there. What time is the meet?
The meet is for 9 p.m.
Okay. Um. Okay. So Rapture is going to go there. She's going to put on her cloak and, I guess, basically, kind of minimal clothing under that. So if she ends up shape changing, that it's easy to get out of. Let me see. Is she packing? I don't think she's packing anything illegal. She's not bringing a gun with her. And she's running her rating 3 sin.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, the only thing that she has with her is like her comlink, the trodes, and reagents.
Okay,
And she's taking a Johnny Cab.
got it. And where is she coming from? Auburn. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna have too big of problems coming from Auburn. All right. So now it's on to Rose. Rose, you have definitely heard of this place.
Okay. What what kind of
You
things do
have
I know?
heard what I have given there, and that they have at the top end of their menu some interesting drinks.
Do they have any events going on tonight?
Tonight, every day is a rock opera showing, which curtains open at 9:30.
What time was the meet?
The meet is at 9.
Okay. And what is the theme for this night's show?
You haven't heard that particular piece of information. Um, it's rock opera. It's probably trog rock opera right now.
Nope. Apparently they're dumb and not advertising it on the Matrix.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, she's gonna go kind of punked out, little spiky, little um. Yeah, I guess more like her picture than she normally does. Normally she looks a little bit more resolved. Not resolved. I'm sorry, reserved. Um, meets it. What time is the doors open?
Uh, Doors are open at 8. They do full dinner and a show.
Okay. Rose will show up about 5 minutes early then. She will get dropped off. Her growler will be a block or two away in a public parking facility. Um, and if there's a VIP entrance, she's going in the VIP entrance.
All right. I believe I put a VIP entrance in this. Yes, I did. Okay. And let me just pull her sheet back up. What's her street cred right now?
Uh, a bunch. 12.
Yes. She is going in the VIP entrance and nobody is going to stop her.
Nope. Yeah, I think that's all I got then.
Okay. Which sin are you running, by the way?
Rating for Winifred G. Sellers.
Okay. No problem. Nevermore.
Sorry, was muted. Is this the place that she's been before? She's been to a rock opera place in a game museum.
This is the
same one?
same bar.
Okay. So she's going to use her Mughal to do a quick matrix search on what's playing tonight to see what she can wear to blend in.
All right.
Just threshold one, hopefully, whatever they have on their website.
Apparently it is a locally produced rock opera based around some pre-crash literature. The title of the rock opera is Ryleth, Rock Opera of Doom, with 3 O's.
Nice. So what are we talking, like 2050s armor jacket chic kind of wear?
That would fit in. It is basically, tonight is one of those nights where almost nothing would stand out.
Okay. Well, she's gonna.
Other than a classic suit.
Yeah, definitely no classic suits on her at least. So she's gonna disguise herself to see if she can fit in. So she's gonna do some stuff to change her face a little bit,
All right.
and then she's
You
gonna
look
put on.
like you
Oh,
look
sorry.
like a skinny teenage boy.
All right. So she's gonna. Well, hopefully, there's no drinking age in the sixth wall. So she's gonna put on her armor jacket. Well, no, she's gonna stick with her standard wear of Argentum coat, but like paint spattered Converse and skinny jeans and a Concrete Dreams t-shirt. And she's gonna head over from downtown in a Johnny cab, and she's gonna try to get there 15, 20 minutes early. She also isn't sure how she's supposed to get in. Did the Johnson tell her that, and I just missed it? Unlike Rose, I can't just traipse around and have people fall over themselves.
Well, you're supposed. Well, they assume that if you can't get into a bar, you're not a runner.
Okay. So I'll just ask at the door.
Yep. That seems like a safe assumption. And that is also a failing on me. You were told to ask for Johnson.
Okay. I will do that.
So, yes, everybody was told to ask for Johnson at the bar. And you have now said 20 minutes, you're the earliest I've heard. So, Tokume.
I'd like to do a matrix search also on this place.
All right. All right. With 3 hits, you also. And what threshold was that?
1.
All right. You once again have found the same stuff that Rose found. That it is a rock opera bar, the address, and what all is playing. Net, Rose, you find it on the second attempt. So somebody,
I didn't make a second attempt, but
oh, bit brain, I misread things. So you excuse me, you find the same stuff that the Rapture found. I'm sorry, I'm not all the way up to speed yet, guys. So
I'd like
you
to
you
go ahead.
you, you have found that information. What are you doing with it?
I'd like to just to double check, do an area knowledge Seattle just to make sure I know the area and how to get there. Um,
Um, yes, you know how to get there.
Okay.
As I said, you had the address, so unless you were completely unwilling to use Grid Guide ever, you could
Um,
totally have gotten there anyways.
then yeah, I'd drive over, park a couple blocks away, try to walk there, try to be like 10-15 minutes early. I am wearing just standard armor jacket, black sweater, just super casual stuff. I'm running the rating 4 um, fake scent I have, and am packing nothing else except common basic stuff.
Okay, cool. And in your comlink basic stuff, does that include your deck?
So again, I haven't played Shadowrun that much. Would it be just completely out of character to take my deck? Just as a new guy.
As a new guy, it is both in and out of character. It is out of character depending on what your character is. Is your character the sort who would be potentially ready to rock and roll right from the meeting, or is he going to assume that there's time to go and collect his stuff?
I'm gonna assume he thinks he would have ample time to get his stuff, so he'd have that all in his car.
Okay. So it's in his car, just not on his person. Got it. That makes sense. And I will tell you that that is a usual and a fairly safe compromise.
Okay, thank you. That's me then.
Okay. And Drago.
So I'm going to attempt a matrix search, though I'm not super happy about that. To find
Okay.
a place. Kind of.
All right. He one success.
So yeah,
Which is
like
50% or more.
Yeah.
Excuse me, is more than 50%. So yes, you have found it.
Cool. So I know it's a rock bar, basic stuff, right?
That is specifically a rock opera bar, which means strange themes and connected stuff and plays.
And so there's like, I assume like a big stage, and they have like a opera thing, and then the crowd kind of dresses like.
Yes. Sort of like that. Yes. I will describe it when people start getting in.
I assume so. I'm still gonna wear my Mortimer London coat, but I don't have like a full suit to go with it. Kind of dress casually though. Beyond that, and I'll arrive, I
Okay.
guess, 10 minutes early.
You're going for the good old suit jacket with a t-shirt and jeans look.
Maybe more of a button up, but not quite. Like not an ironed one, not crisp or anything, just kind of ruffled.
Not being a 2016 hipster.
No.
All right. So I believe Nevermore said 20 minutes early. So, Nevermore, you walk in.
Mhm.
It is it's the same semicircular booths, 3 rows of, 3 rows across and several rows deep, facing a large open stage with curtains and everything, and the bar along one wall, opposite the main entrance.
Okay, so she's gonna. Sorry. Oh yeah. Um, she's gonna take a seat at the bar at the far side where she can see most of the room and kind of watch people filter in. Um, she's not going to ask yet for the Johnson because it's too early, and she's gonna. Do these people have decent liquor, or are they terrible?
Oh, what would you like as far as liquor?
Well, Nevermore's kind of a hipster, so she likes her aged Scotch whiskey, and that's probably not going to happen here. So she will get some
Well,
disgusting. Oh wait, they have it.
well, do you bother to ask about your hipster whiskey?
Pretty sure
Um,
you can't be a hipster if you don't bring up the fact that you drink hipster stuff.
yeah, that's kind of true, actually. So she's going to ask, just as a matter of fact, sort of way, like it's the thing that everyone should have,
All
but
right,
not dickish. It's like
all right. So, the bartender nods, looks, it looks at a diagram in AR openly, finds it, grabs the dusty bottle, brushes it off, and brings it over towards you.
nice. Yeah,
It
she
has
usually.
it has had the wax seal remelted.
Oh, great. That's super comforting. She's gonna take it, ask for 1 shot neat, and then she's gonna nurse it in between
And
smelling it.
what is your lifestyle?
Medium.
All right, for hipster booze, um, this is 25 years Scotch,
Good.
good lady.
McAllen 25. Oh, she's willing to pay out of
Yes.
pocket. How much?
Yep. 150.
Wow, that is
Yes. This is 25-year-old Scotch. And that is based on the actual price of 25-year-old Scotch at a bar.
all right. Um, she's gonna pay.
All right. So you have very
Because he's called
expensive
her bluff.
Scotch.
Mhm.
He has not only called her bluff, but he has called her bluff and one-upped her.
Exactly.
So
All right. So she's gonna
I
sit at the
believe it.
bar and observe the people coming in. Um, I don't want to table time too much, but
Okay. Um, I believe it was Toku and Drogo, who were next at about 15 minutes.
I'm coming in at 10.
All right.
I think Toku would if he got into got in fine, he'd just like walk to the bar, just like take whatever seat was available, order the most like mundane average alcohol you can, and just try to look not suspicious like he does, and then
All
wait
right.
closer to the time.
So the most potent alcohol that he can, or the most potent alcohol in his budget?
Budget.
Okay. So what is your lifestyle?
Medium.
All right. So they have a very nice 151 that is bottled this year. And so congratulations, you have a shot of fairly decent high proof vodka. And Drogo, you would be next because I believe Rose and Rapture were trying to be there about 5 minutes early.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna basically could do kind of the same thing. I'm just gonna order something like basic alcohol on the rocks or something. I'm low lifestyle though, but I'm willing to pay out of pocket. Test, test.
I think he's typing something.
Yep, I was typing. There we go.
Okay.
And you can get a domestic beer.
Is there like an alcohol or something get on the rocks, like scotch or something? I know I once get out of pocket.
All right, so there you can grab a well scotch, which Nevermore would instantly turn up her nose at for about 10 new yen.
Sounds good.
And Rose and Rapture, who wants to be last?
Rapture can be last. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So Rose, you walk in the VIP entrance. It is facing the stage, because it is around the side from the primary entrance.
How many
And
folks are in here
it
already?
puts you right into line for the bar, unless you avoid the line.
How many people are in here already?
It looks to have a capacity of about 300, and it looks like you've got about 45, 50 people in here right now.
Okay. And how many people are in line at the bar?
2.
Okay, so that's not nearly as dramatic. Is there music playing, or is it just kind of like
Right now
early?
they have. Right now they have stuff that is obviously thematically related, but it is not, part of the show yet. It's not loser early, but it's close.
Is there a group of people that are obviously the socially dominant group?
There is. And today they are wearing green fake tentacles from their chins.
Okay then.
All right. And that would definitely be sufficient to assimilate. You are coming across as though you somehow know a huge amount about the Cthulhu mythos, which I have no clue if Rose even knows exists.
Fake it till you make it.
Yep, she is faking it real good right now.
With 2 hits on a
And
Mr. Johnson,
Mr. Johnson skill 4?
do I know anything about a Mr. Johnson that eats out of here?
There is one who is starting to work out of here.
Mhm.
He is generally somebody who is used for rush jobs by various agents and is a third party Johnson.
Interesting. So she'll hang out with these people until about 30, maybe 45 seconds before the meet, and then be like, "Oh, I had an appointment. I will be right back." And she will
All right.
go to the bar and go to the meet from there.
And Rapture.
Okay, so Rapture is going to get out of her Johnny Cab, and she's going to look around at the people in the line to like get a feel of like what kind of like air the people in the crowd have about them, like whether they're like normal people, whether they're dressed kind of crazy, like that kind of thing. And for that, would a visual spec apply for perception.
Visual spec would definitely apply. All right. They appear to be dressed as, you know, the well, you see two very plain modes of dress. You have people who are in what appear to be monster costumes, which are very clearly costumes because, well, they are still in an A zone and they know that KE does not take kindly to real monsters.
Okay.
And you have nerd chic 50s noir investigator style.
Okay. So it's basically it's not like a super party looking crowd.
No, it is not a party looking crowd unless you regard parties as, you know, watching a rock opera.
Okay. So Rapture is just gonna go, I guess, to the VIP door, knock on it, and ask for a Johnson, because she was told to.
All right. Roll me etiquette for mentioning Johnson at the VIP entrance rather than the main entrance.
Okay.
All right. You have managed to to convince this guy that yes, you really are with the Johnson party.
Cool.
And he passes you through and tells you, ask the bartender.
Whoops. So she will go through and ask the bartender.
And she, just like everybody else who bothered to ask the bartender about where Mr. Johnson was meeting, is directed to the center booth, second row.
She's going to walk over there, I guess, see the other runners, and take a seat and pretty much look everyone over.
All right, as you look everyone over,
Does
it
anyone
sounds like a good
look
time.
dressed in such a way that's like Meiji looking?
I have a cross on my like neck piece, and a couple other things that you might spot as fetishes.
I mean, she's not like outright sensing unless you look like really Meiji.
No, I mean like I have like different things. It depends on if you tie religion to majory or not.
No, she's probably not.
So everybody is there, and we end up with Mr. Johnson being fashionably late, about 45 seconds.
I'm also, when I asked the bartender for Mr. Johnson, let him know that that group of people that I just left, their next round of drinks is on me.
All right. And what is Rose's lifestyle?
Medium.
It's going to cost about 200 new yen.
Done.
Wait, is this the same
Alright.
Johnson as that one run?
Yes, which one run?
I don't remember. I remember seeing this face of this Johnson. I mean, obviously not on this character, so she's not gonna know. But
It is the Johnson who looks like Milo, yes.
wait, was he the Johnson for Hang 'em High?
Yes.
That's who it was. That is who it was. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, back to character.
And today, and so you all see this very smug-looking, well-dressed elf man with frosted tips walk up, set a puck-sized thing on the table, set his drink on that, and sit down as though he owns the place.
I sit directly opposite him.
Okay, so
Similar smug look.
he is trying to he's trying to sit. It's a semicircular booth, and he's trying to sit about about a quarter of the way into the semicircle.
Okay.
So semicircle as in there's one opening?
The,
Sorry.
there's opening on either end of the semicircle. You are seated around a semicircular table facing the stage, vaguely.
Is
Oh,
the
so semi is in half.
Yes.
is the seat directly opposite him? Is there a place to sit there?
That would be in the aisle.
Is there a chair that I can place there?
Give me a visual perception to spot a chair. It's almost exclusively the booths. Yes, you can snag. You have spotted and gotten a waitress to snag a chair for you.
I put it down directly opposite him. Sit in it.
Okay,
A flourish.
you are sitting directly opposite Mr. Johnson in the aisle of your less than full booth.
Yep. It's the position of power.
Okay.
It shows that we are equals.
Okay. Got it.
I love some of you like old runners on the hub. So fucking great. I think Cotton did some shit like that.
You start to get very picky about how you make your meets as you get more street cred and so on.
It's all about setting an image. Hence,
Yes.
dressing like I belong here, talking with the socialites, and not falling for negotiation tactic, and making sure that you know,
Yep.
where I
So,
come from.
so, he flips the he flips the little hidden button on his puck, and everybody but Rose hears the comforting hum of a white noise generator. Rose, you kind of hear that they've gone muted.
It's moderately annoying.
Yep.
How close is the puck to him?
The puck is like where his drink would be.
Okay.
He is setting his drink literally on top of it.
All right, I'm gonna roll dice here. That's weird.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. But that's okay.
What's
Go ahead, finish that.
okay?
Is this a test?
And so no, this is just his SOP. He is not acting like there's anything wrong right now or like there's any test going on. He's just following his script of how he does things.
So, in her experience as a Shadowrunner, white noise generators are typically 360 degrees. Correct?
Yep.
All right, so she will get up and kind of just give like the woman a finger, and just lifts his glass, pulls the puck towards the middle of the table,
All right.
so that she can maintain her seat.
All right. He gives you a slightly raised eye. And finally starts in on his description of the job. So, as I said, I need
Can I,
you for
before this,
yes.
DNI everyone and set up that?
Who's hosting the DNI?
Drago, guy kind of looks like a priest.
Okay. Nevermore cocks an eyebrow at him. It's like she shrugs and turns on her deck. She's going to run it silent, and then she'll send a DNI to everyone.
Oh, actually, I want to state Rapture. I have cyberware, so I might actually not look like a mage to you.
Okay. I'm going to perceive what sort of comic this person is doing.
Oh, well, I didn't sense you, so, you know.
All right. So you have got DNI set up. So, as I said, I have an issue I need resolved quickly. There's a new refrigerant in development, and I need it. The man in charge of the project refuses to allow it to go to market. Um, for his own reasons. And I really do need either a large supply of it or him.
Rose is gonna.
And when I say large supply, I mean, 1,000 gallons or so should do.
You need all of these 1,000 gallons right away.
I need to be able to acquire them in an as needed basis.
The smile of a viper will spread across Rose's face. Do you believe, Mr. Johnson, that this is something we can easily perform for you? Depends
All right.
upon the remuneration. Of course, some other small factors along those lines, as you know, lots of companies out there make refrigerants. As she sent to DNI, who makes refrigerants?
But you see, the
Nevermore has chemistry. Is that something I can roll as a knowledge check?
you can roll as a knowledge skill, or you can roll as a knowledge skill to inform a matrix search for who makes refrigerants that might work.
Okay.
But you see, the issue is that I need a very specific viscosity and vapor pressure for my project, my dear Rose. If it was simply a matter of acquiring a supply in bulk, it would be no problem. However, I need a very specific material specification.
This man that has these ambitions about his own self-worth, is he the only person that can produce said coolant?
To the best of my knowledge, he has not even he is currently facing disciplinary reviews from his corporation for refusing to enter his full notes into the corporate devices.
That is truly unfortunate. The
Indeed.
So does Nevermore, with her knowledge of chemistry, understand some of this?
So,
What he's describing?
what he has described is that he needs a very specific kind of coolant, and that if he is needing a very specific kind of coolant, that probably means that it's being used for something really strange as an application.
Okay, but he doesn't use any specific enough words for her to discern whether this
He
is the
he has
only
not
source.
given he has not given you the specifics of what this is yet. He is describing the general terms of the job still. Because before he gives you specifics, he's going to give you parameters that are why he needs this job done.
Yep.
And you have a list of refrigerant sellers.
How many of them have more than a single A associated?
How many of them have more than a single A associated with them?
Mm-hmm.
There are currently 14 that are double A or better.
Okay.
Every single triple A is listed as a refrigerant
Right,
creator.
because they're gonna do their own stuff.
Yep.
To handle their own production.
Do any of them have distribution in Seattle?
12 of those double A or better have distribution in Seattle.
How many of them have research and development in Seattle?
Um, See, this is stuff that you don't get on a threshold 1.
That's fine. That is a legitimate statement. But she will send the DNI asking how many of them have R&D in Seattle.
All right.
So the general principle seems sound. However, there's, as of course there always is, some complications. And, well, letters and numbers are also really important to know before we get into the nitty-gritty of what we're going to be dealing with here. What did you have in mind?
What I had in mind was on the close order of 20,000 ahead. Should you manage to bring me the scientist, or a finder's fee of 10,000 should you manage to acquire me the coolant, but not the scientist.
And the 20,000 still stands even if we don't get the sample but just get the scientist?
Indeed, he has the knowledge required to produce it. And the equipment is not hard. It is merely the synthesis process.
What damage are we allowed to do to him?
I need him happy and breathing.
Define happy.
He needs to be willing to accept a reasonable position. If I can't convince him to come work for me and actually give me what I need, he's useless. Do we understand each other?
In what way are you saying that we convince him?
I'm sure that is up to our own creative methodologies.
Indeed. We have been unable to get in touch with him as his employer has been quite um, diligent about making sure that he does not have unfiltered contact with the outside world.
Has an initial offer been made?
As I said, we have been unfortunately been unable to contact him. Should you wish to offer him a suitable position within our corporation, well, we may be able to do something on the rough order of 95,000 new yen a year, plus corporate housing, etc., etc.
If you could
My
have
client
for
is
me,
unwilling to.
okay,
However, my client is less than desirous of giving you such a firm contract without without having contacted him.
of course, of course.
If you can establish a channel, we will most certainly provide you with what you are authorized to offer him.
If you could draw me up a letter of intent so that he knows that this is not just some. And she's going to kind of motion to whoever looks dressed the worst, vagrant off the street making some kind of unsubstantiated offer. That would be greatly assisting.
All right. So I will get in touch with my client and get that process started as soon as we're done here. That is most certainly something we should be able to do.
Wonderful. And she'll give it giant.
So, might
Letters
I
and
offer
numbers.
you and the project would be delayed if you don't manage to have this in my hands by midnight on Sunday, because well, it takes a while for it to transfer to me from me to my client, and they need it for start of shift Monday. Drogo, today is Thursday.
Oh right, I forget we do same time frames.
More
Yes.
or less. Now, how many letters does the place that this gentleman works for have?
If I remember correctly, there are 2.
And I bet that they're the same, aren't they?
Indeed.
So should be like, if you'll give me a moment to confer. And she will kind of pose the question to the DNI of, how do you guys feel?
Feel about what you cut off.
It was just it. It was just, how do you guys feel?
I'm in it. I like not having to kill the guy
So the
or hurt
deal.
him.
So the deal is either 1,000 gallons worth of refrigerant, or an extracted happy scientist by Sunday midnight.
So the 3 objectives, just double check, are the scientist, large amounts of the coolant, and or the process.
I believe that's what it was.
With varying levels of payment for each.
If we get the process, do we need to get the guy?
If you manage the process to get the process out, then out of his head, then he is of no matter and may be terminated or left alone as you desire.
Okay.
And that would pay roughly the same. Shall we say 18,000? Should you manage that?
Could you rate some of the specifics since we're in any tiered system on the board?
Yep. 1 second.
Yep. Hmm. That awkward silence as rating is happening.
This is interesting. There's something fishy about this.
Well, there's always something fishy about it.
Yeah.
He may be wanting to build a missile to bomb Afghanistan. I don't know what Shadow equivalent of.
Clearly, he is just concerned about this summertime heat.
Maybe he gets better efficiency.
And
Are
there
these-
it is right there for you all to peruse.
The 10K gallons, is that 10K Nuyen even if we get the scientist? Or is the scientist just the trump?
The scientist is the trump.
We don't need to get the refrigerant if we get the scientist or the process.
Hey, maybe he wants 10K of refrigerant.
Well, if you do that, if you do more than one of those, it is going to be more than just what is listed there. but it is going to be a small bonus because
Right.
otherwise TD is going to yell at me.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. A payout of 48,000 in a head. Yeah, TD's going to be breaking down my door.
Digital door. I mean, I'll be
Yeah.
on your back, on your side for that.
This sounds like
Yes, but
challenge.
everybody else on EB would be like, Rob, you're doing this out of self-interest.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, okay. So TD would actually send Knight Errant to your door in real life with a high threat response team.
Perhaps.
And then we'd get to see how HTR deals with command detonated mines, and it would be a bloody battle. And the Russians even better.
knowing you,
Mr.
I
Rogers in
can
a bloodstained sweater.
I can believe it, James, knowing you.
But at this point, we're going to take 5 so that I can put my dishes for lunch away because I forgot that. And before we do the negotiation, because it took a little longer to get ready to go than I wanted. Any objections?
Nope.
Sure.
No,
5
I'm good.
minutes.
So
All
5
right.
minutes.
Roughly 5 minutes.